You are looking live at Sold Out MetLife Stadium, where today the 16-0 and playoff-bound New York Giants will be taking on the 0-16 Dallas Cowboys. And why are the Dallas Cowboys 0-16? Because they suck. Welcome to the Gridiron. Anybody out there at all, you're going to spend a little bit of time with me here this evening. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. It really means the world to me. Thank you. If anybody spends any time at all watching and replay this, once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. I'm going to try to go about 30 minutes here tonight. Usually it winds up going a little bit longer, but I'm going to try to go about 30 minutes here tonight, as I usually try to do every night. Anybody got anything to say, please feel free, fire away, throw it in the chat box. I usually check on the chat box like every 5 or 10 minutes or so. So if somebody puts something in there, as soon as I see it, I try to respond to it as fast as I can. So please feel free, fire away, throw in the chat box. Plus, it's nice to be able to, just talk to somebody sometimes instead of just rambling on and on and on and on and on. So anybody got anything to say, please feel free, fire away, throw in the chat box. Now, before I get started, anybody wants to help support my channel, it would mean the absolute world to me. In the description box below, there's a top link. Okay, it takes you to my membership page. I got 3 different membership levels. The first one's called the Saquon. The second membership level is called the Lawrence Taylor. And the third one is called the Gridiron. Each one's got their own little perks to them. There's loyalty badges. There's 8 different loyalty badges now. Each loyalty badge is a different Giants helmet from the past. Now, the older the Giants helmet is, that means the longer you've been a supporter of my channel. Now, if you get the leather helmet associated with your name, that means you've been a supporter of my channel for a long, long time. There's 4 emojis. Eventually, there'll be a 5th emoji come out, but right now there's 4. I had these things made up on Fiverr. I get a kick out of them. They crack me up every time I look at them. You can use them like in the chat box, or if you're making up a comment or something like that. Eventually, there'll be a 5th emoji coming up, but right now there's only 4. So anybody wants to help support my channel, once again, it would mean the absolute world to me. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, or if you are subscribed to my channel, please, thank you so much. But if you're not, please go down below, hit the subscribe button, the bell icon. That way, next time I go live or put a video out or whatever, you'll be notified. And it's free of charge. What do you got to lose, right? Right now, the live count is 6,353 subscribers. I started the day with 6,315. So I've gone up 38 subscribers so far today. I've been going up about 30 or 40 subscribers a day as the season's been over with. So, it's really, things have really, really been phenomenal, especially since the season. I thought it would start dying down a little bit, things were going really, really well during the regular season. Obviously, there's a lot of interest when the season's going on, but I thought maybe we start dying down maybe a little bit, but the subscribers, they just keep going. I get 30 or 40 every day. It was about a few weeks ago, I reached a 5,000 count subscriber mark. I never thought in my wildest dreams I would get 5,000 subscribers on this channel, but I reached 5,000 subscribers, but now I'm over 6,300. And within another day or two, I'll be at 6,400. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you. So if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you. If not, please go down, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. As I said, what do you got to lose, right? And then finally, also in the description box, there's 2 Facebook links. The top one takes you to my Facebook group. Okay, it's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. Everything. My YouTube channel, my Facebook group, and Facebook page is all called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. That way, like an idiot like me, I can remember it. All right, I don't have to worry about what's this called, what that's called, and all. But the top Facebook link takes you to the group, New York Giants, the Gridiron. Right now, we have over 2,500 members in there. As I'm putting stuff in there every day, 7 days a week. It's, between the group and the Facebook page, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, I put usually it's probably about 2 hours a day I spend putting stuff in here. So, I mean, it's, whether it's a post, a picture, something, a video, something showing, trying to make fun of the Eagles or the Cowboys. There's something in here. CBS Sports predicts the New York Giants will sign Jacoby Myers in free agency. I don't know if that'll happen. I put all kinds of stuff in here. Let's see what else is in there. Now, Dan Benton, our friends from Draft Wire, quite possibly the Giants might select Utah tight end Dalton Kincaid. So, with all the mock drafts going on. So there's a ton of New York Giants information going on every day in the group. Now, not only do I post stuff in here, but the members post stuff in here as well, too. So, I mean, I said there's a ton of stuff every day going into the New York Giants, the Gridiron, the group. Now, the second Facebook link takes you to my page, New York Giants, the Gridiron, but it's a page, okay? And as of right now, we have 672 people who like the page, and we have over 3,200 people following the page. And it's the same thing. It's, every day I try to put at least 10 different items in here every day, whether it's a post, a picture, a video, something just showing some stats. Somebody tweets out something about the Giants, or whether it's just something making fun of the Cowboys or the Eagles or whatever it is. I try to put at least 10 different things in here every day. So if you go to the page and you like it and you follow it, okay, and you go to the group and you become a member, between the two, there's a ton of New York Giants information every day, right? You can't go wrong. And if you do that, if you're not satisfied, you get your money back guaranteed, right? So what do you got to lose, right? So all that stuff out of the way, finally, as per reports, we know how they are, how reports can be sometimes. But as per reports, the Kenny Golladay experience is going to be coming to an end the beginning of the new NFL year, which is March 15th. So apparently, as per reports, Joe Schoen contacted Kenny Golladay and told him, because Kenny Golladay didn't know when he was going to be. So this is kind of big for Kenny Golladay too, because Kenny Golladay didn't know. I don't know, where he's going to go, what's he going to get. It ain't going to be no $18 million a year, I can guarantee you that. But, it's perfect for him because it's at the beginning of free agency. Okay, so now he'll be a free agent the first day of free agency. So he him and his agent or whatever, they can go talk to the other 31 teams. If there's somebody shows some interest, right? Because if he had to wait, okay, until let's say it would have been like June 1st, post June 1st. I mean, let him go away after June 1st. Free agency wouldn't have been over, but I mean, a lot of the money would have been allocated already. If some teams were going to go out and start spending some big bucks and all that, not that I really don't think he's going to get big bucks, but if a lot of teams were going to go on their spending spree, might be like early on, and if he had to wait till like say June 2nd to get thrown into the, to the mix, to become a free agent, I guess not even a free agent. The Giants just releasing him, but a lot of teams might have spent some money already. He might have had a hard. Some of the teams would have picked up other maybe free agents. They would have drafted a wide receiver or something. Maybe picked up So I mean, other teams might want his services, but Kenny, we picked up a wide receiver in the draft. We got a wide receiver in free agency. I mean, we could use you, but I mean, you may not get used too much, or So I mean, for him, it'd be good to be able to be on the free agent market, or whatever you want to call it. At the beginning, March 15th. So So that'll work out well for him. Yeah, that for the most part, I mean, you got to consider. I mean, he did a pretty respectable job as far as keeping his cool. I mean, he could have really, had some sour grapes there and said all kinds of things and this, that, and started tweeting things and this and that and everything. And, but he, for the most part, he did pretty good. Now, he did have that comment, something, I forgot what it was, that I'm getting paid to play or something like, or they're paying me to play, so I should be playing no matter what, or whatever it was or something. So, I mean, I guess that wasn't the ideal thing to say, but he said it. But I mean, for the most part, I mean, because it's been, I mean, if we look at like his snaps, I mean, my God, I mean, the first game, he had a few against Tennessee. He was in there for 46 snaps, right? Carolina was only in there for 2 snaps, but 1, 2, 3, 4. The next 4 games he was in there. Dallas, he was in there for 24 snaps. Chicago, 27 snaps against the Texans. He was in there for 26. Detroit, he was in there for 33. Then, obviously the Eagle game, the last game of the season, he was in there. I guess it was probably every snap, 63. So I know the Giants didn't have a boatload of plays offensively. So, I mean, he was probably in there. I guess 63 was probably every play. But, they had the second, third string guys in there, so that's why he played. Obviously, he caught his only touchdown reception in his Giants career in that game. Of course, he beat Darius Slay. It was a great catch. Give Darius Slay, a lot of credit. He had him covered, right? Give Davis Webb a lot of credit. He kind of threw it, one of the few spots that I guess Kenny Golladay can go grab it and come down with it, and give Kenny Golladay a lot of credit. I didn't think he was in bounds when he caught it. When he came down with it, I didn't think he was in bounds. He was in bounds, so give everybody a lot of credit on that one. But then in the playoffs, Kenny Golladay was in for 6 snaps, according to Pro Football Focus. Now, let's not forget, in the Minnesota game, right? I guess it was the game-winning drive where he was out there run blocking. I remember I forgot who the defender was, but he got the defender to the ground, and the defender tried to get back up, and he shoved him back down to the ground again when I think Saquon was running with the ball. It just happened to be in that one game, Pro Football Focus, okay? He was in there for 4 snaps, Kenny Golladay, the Minnesota game, the playoff game. He was in there for 4 snaps, 2 pass plays, 2 run blocking, right? So in the 2 run block, he graded out at 84.4, right? So that said, it just happened to be one of those 2. I mean, those 2 run blocking plays he was in there for was the one he threw to the dude to the ground. Did a great job. So you got to give him a lot of credit there. I mean, he could have gone out there, go F yourself. Okay, I'll lollygag through it or whatever. So you got to give the guy some credit. It didn't work out. I don't know what the hell the reason was. I don't know if you're ever going to find out the true reason. I mean, Kenny Golladay, I don't know if he's ever going to talk about it. I'm sure he might have. It's the same thing with Kadarius Toney. Why did they trade Kadarius Toney? And Kadarius Toney says certain things, but is that the total truth? Kenny Golladay might talk about it, but is that the total? There's always 2 sides to every coin. So why Dayball and all never put him in there? Who knows? I mean, one of those things you're probably never, ever going to totally 100% find out about. Where the heck is he? Here he is. I mean, 6 catches all year, caught 43 balls in his 2 seasons. 43. Basically, let's say, what the hell was it? He was given about $40 million between the 2 seasons. And he caught 43 passes. So it almost got paid almost $900,000 for each reception. Over $900,000, I believe, for each reception. Holy crap. $900,000. Wow. And he had the one touchdown. I mean, what was it? 500. Okay, it's 602 yards receiving in his 2 seasons, 43 receptions, 1 touchdown. I mean, my God. what a debacle, right? You didn't know, okay, exactly when it was. You knew he was getting released. That you knew. I thought possibly it would be after post June 1st, after June 1st, which would save the Giants, a lot more in salary cap this year. Okay. But if they did that, it would be like a 6.8 dead cap hit would be in 2024. Well, what Shane's going to be doing is letting them go March 15th. So all that dead cap hit, all that dead cap money, okay, is going to be, it's going to be on this year. So basically, Shane's just trying to wipe everything clean. Kenny Golladay, get rid of him this year, and then by the end of this year, the season's over with. All his dead cap money will be gone. Okay, so he'll. So when we go into 2024, that season, Kenny Golladay will be officially gone from the New York Giants. Okay. Let's see. So we got. It was initially thought that Golladay would not carry a post June 1st designation. That would save this $6.7 million against the cap this year, while carrying $14.7 in dead cap money. Okay. Giants have since clarified that whether Golladay is a pre or post June 1st cut has not been. It's been decided. He's apparently March 15th. He's going to be let go. All right. So let's see. And the Giants pay Kenny Golladay $36 million over 2 seasons, and he has $4.5 million in guaranteed money on the contract he signed with the Giants, I think, for this season coming up, I believe it is. So the Giants will wind up having to pay Kenny Golladay roughly $40.5 million over the 2 seasons, right? For 43 catches. Oh, my freaking God. Golladay was a non-factor for the Giants. Yeah. In 2022, he was inactive week 13 against the Commanders and played in just 21 snaps from week 14 to week 17. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Okay. Against the first game against the Eagles in week 14, he played in 11 snaps. Against the Washington Commanders, week 15, he played 1 snap. Minnesota, the first time when we lost to them on that last second 342,000-yard field goal the Vikings kicked as the game expired, he was in there for 2 snaps. Against the Colts, he was in there for 7 snaps. And then in the playoffs, he was in there for 6 snaps altogether. 4 snaps against the Vikings, 2 snaps against the Eagles. I mean, my God, what an absolute waste of freaking money. Absolutely ungodly, unbelievable waste of freaking money. Unbelievable. He put 267 snaps all year. Paid him just about $20 million for 267 snaps. $20 million, and he caught 6 passes all year, 1 touchdown. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, it's just, he really did well in Detroit. 1 year he had like back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. 1 year he led the league in receiving touchdowns at 11. And he comes to the Giants, and oh my God, be interesting to see where he winds up heading off to, who winds up signing him. But now the Giants, okay, now let's see here. 2023, right? So after they let go of Kenny Golladay, they're going to save themselves at like about $6.5 million. What the hell would that be? $6.7 million, it looks like they're going to save themselves. Okay, but they're going to have a $14.7 million dead cap hit this year. Okay, so they'll save themselves about 6.7. Now, according to, let's see here. Spot Track. Okay, the Giants have, let's see. And I believe this is after they sign their draft class and all that. They're going to have about $40 million. So if they let Kenny Golladay go, they'll have about $47 million, I believe it is, in salary cap space, right, after they let him go. Now that's projected after they sign, I believe, their draft class. Okay. They got a little over $40 million. All right. The nice thing is, if you look in 2024, okay, I mean, this is pretty cool. I mean, the Giants have in 2024, I mean, let's see, what the hell do they have here? As of right now, so they only got like 21 or 22 guys signed for next year, for 2024, I'm sorry. But I mean, according to Spot Track, they have like almost $200 million in salary cap space. But of course, as we know, this does not include, Daniel Jones. Does not include Saquon Barkley. I mean, but if you look next year, okay, they have according to Spot Track, right, 2024. They got estimated cap space, $199 million. Now, the cap next year is supposed to be about $256 million or so. It's supposed to jump up almost like another $30 million a year. So that's really going to help the Giants a lot, okay, especially if they can get Daniel Jones or Saquon Barkley, signed. But according to Spot Track, they have almost $200 million in salary cap space next season. All right. Now, the thing is they do sign Daniel Jones, all right, if they can, to a long-term contract, right? This year, they try to keep the cap hit down to, where he's, I don't know, I'm just throwing a number out there, where he might only go like 20 million toward the cap hit. But next year, it's going to jump up. So next year, his cap hit might be 40, 45 million or so, or whatever it might wind up being. So next year's cap hit will be quite a bit. But I mean, it's going to Spot. They have almost $200 million in salary cap space next year. Then if you go into the following season, 2025, okay, this is freaking crazy. According to this is over the cap. Okay, the Giants have, let's see here, where the hell are we at? 2025. The Giants have almost a quarter. I mean, this is projected. Okay, projected. I mean, that the cap goes up again a decent amount. The Giants have projected almost a quarter of a billion, that's with a B, almost $250 million in salary cap space in 2025. Now, the only thing with that, okay, and you got to keep, that they only got the 11 guys signed, okay, which are the 11 guys from the draft class from last year. Okay, those are the only guys they got signed. All right. Let's see here. You got Kayvon, Evan Neal, Wan'Dale Robinson, Joshua Zudu, Cordell Flott, Daniel Bellinger, Dane Belton, Micah McFadden, DJ Davidson, Marcus McKeithen, and Darian Beavers. Those are the only guys they got signed as of like right now. Okay. But they have like about $250 million, okay, in salary cap space. $250 million in salary cap space for 2025. Now, of course, we're going way off in the future, but but I mean, in the meantime, they're gonna have another 11 draft picks this year coming in, right? They're gonna have when 2025 rolls around, and in 2024 they got another draft class rolling in, right? But if you look, I mean, is this the right one here? Okay, 2024. All right, 2024. I mean, the Giants do not have a lot. Okay, I'm going. This is Spot Track here. Okay, 2024. Okay, the Giants. Who they have on here for the Giants in the salary cap? Okay, for 2024, they got Kenny Golladay here. Okay, he'll be gone. Okay. Let's see what else. They got Mark Lewinsky on here, and he could possibly be let go. His salary cap in 2024. Okay, not this year. This year, 2023. This year, all right. He will be a New York Giant, Mark Lewinsky. But in 2024, they could let him go and only have a $1.5 million dead cap hit. It would save themselves about $5.7 million if they were let Mark Lewinsky go. Okay. They're going to have Andrew Thomas. He'll either be on his fifth, let's see, it was 2024. Yeah. So 2024, okay, Andrew Thomas will either be on his fifth year, okay, or they'll extend him and just, extend his contract out. So, but I mean, as of right now, all right, they got a lot of guys on here, and they don't have any big salaries on here at all as of right now. Let's not forget, as I said, also, Daniel Jones is not on here. Saquon Barkley's not on here. Okay, as I said, Andrew Thomas, he'll either be on his fifth year, right, in 2024, or they'll extend his contract and make it, right. But his cap hit will still wind up being up there. I got Evan Neal is about $6.7 million. Maybe you have Leonard Williams on here. Okay, not sure if Adoree Jackson, if they're gonna want to re-sign him or not. But then they got like Wando Robinson is $2 million, Azeez Ojulari is $2 million, Aaron Robinson's 1.6, Joshua Zudu is 1.4, Cordell Flott's 1.4. They got a lot of guys on there, just a lot of small salaries. Small salaries. So they're looking pretty good for 2024. As of right now. As of right now. Okay. If the salary cap, okay, is about $256 million. Okay. They got a lot of money, salary cap space. But I said, once again, there's a lot of guys they don't have signed. Okay. I said, like Daniel, like a quarterback, Saquon Barkley, Dexter Lawrence, they got, he's not on here. Okay. They're going to try to work something out with him. That's going to be a nice chunk of change. Said Andrew Thomas, what are they going to do with him? That's going to be a nice chunk of change. But, yeah. But Kenny Golladay, the Kenny Golladay experience is finally over. I said, I don't know whatever happened to him. What if he was never maybe totally fully healthy? It just one thing Dable was always saying, it was something along the lines of, you earn your reps on Sunday, you earn them during the week, and whether he just, I don't know, wasn't just earning his reps on Sunday, during the week. As I said, whether he's just never totally healed up. It's just a shame. Because they never able to find anything and pretty much at all for him. They had him on the field, and the guy just, I don't know, just made you kind of wonder, is that, how did he wind up getting, what was it, 37 receptions, which still is ungodly, pathetic. How did he get 37 receptions, the 1 year, and this year he gets 6? Yeah. I said, I don't know if he's just injured. He's never totally healthy. Be interesting to see if who signs him, how much he signs him for. Does he get any kind of production at all or anything? Who knows? But the Kenny Golladay experience, guys, it's over. Thank God. So apparently, it said Joe Schoen, according to a report, Joe Schoen said that March 15th that they're going to be releasing Kenny Golladay, and he will be a free agent. He can go play and sign with whoever he wants. But Kenny Golladay will be a New York Giants. No mas. So, guys, it's been 29 minutes of me talking my mouth off there about Kenny Golladay. Whew. And it'll be just about pretty much the last time I'll ever be talking about Kenny Golladay. And thank goodness. Quite possibly, I haven't really thought about it or whatever, but quite possibly maybe the absolute worst signing the Giants have ever, certainly as of right now, the biggest waste of money. Okay. There were maybe worse signings, maybe that they've had in the past, but if you're going to go back to 1970 and 1980, nobody's getting this kind of money. So, without question, this is the biggest waste of money that the Giants, in their history, almost 100-year history have ever had by, $18 million a season for Kenny Golladay. Because, I mean, you can't compare trading for somebody in the 1950s and, as far as wasting money and all, and compared to what Kenny Golladay is right now. So, I mean, he's without question, the biggest waste of money the New York Giants have ever had. I'd have to start going back and thinking into my databases here. Is it the biggest bust, waste, as far as a trade and all that of all time? Yeah, have to do some thinking on that. But what an absolute waste of money. Absolute waste of money. Well, guys, it's been 30 minutes. Anybody spent any time at all listening to me, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Or if anybody spent any time watching the replay of this, once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I greatly appreciate it. It really does mean the world to me. And as always, guys, you guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo! Oh, yeah.